students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants.
Good evening and welcome to the Gothenburg Activities YouTube page as we are live streaming Southwest Conference Boys Basketball, Gothenburg versus Cozad. We are just getting ready to start off the game here. We got Trey Stevens, Cooper Kane, Weston Geiken. These are going to be our starters. Got number 10, Bronson Long. And number 23, Carson Rhodes. For Gothenburg anyways. We will see who the starters are for Cozad once they get ready to roll here in just a few seconds. There are also many other games happening at Gothenburg Public Schools right now. We have this game right here at 5:30, and there will be many other schools that are here playing basketball. One other game happening in the South Gym right now, and I believe that is McCook and Broken Bow and Valentine happening in the South Gym right now, so you guys can hop onto the South Gym live stream and you guys can watch that, go back and forth, whatever you guys would like to do, as well as games starting at 7 o'clock in both the North and South Gym as well. All right, your starters for Cozad. Number 1, Weatherly. Number 14, Sasali. Number 4, Chitka. Number 23, Engel. I didn't catch who the 5th one was. Number 15, Watovic. All right, we got Bronson Long and Engel getting ready for the tip-off. And the tip goes to Gothenburg. Bronson Long getting that tip there. Cooper Kane has it now. Finds Geiken. Back to Kane. Left corner. Works around. Finds Stevens. Geiken back at the top of the key. Passes it back to Kane. Kane driving forward. Gives it to Weston Geiken, right corner. And Weston Geiken went to go up there but lost the ball to Cozad. Number 15 has it now, Watovic. Passing it to Engel. Engel forward to number 4, Chitka. And that's 2 points for Cozad. All right, and for all of you watching at home, it may be a little confusing. So Cozad actually has the home score on the scoreboard down in the bottom left hand of your guys' screen. And Gothenburg has the away score. So just be aware of that. I'll remind you that a couple times during the night so that you know which team has which score. All right, Trey Stevens from the 3, no good. Going to get taken back there by number 14, Sasali. Passes it to Watovic. Watovic losing it there to Gothenburg. Rhodes gets it. He finds Geiken. Geiken gives it to Stevens. And Steven passing it forward there to Long. Gets it taken away. Watovic has it now for Cozad. Passes it to number 1, Weatherly. Weatherly goes up for 2, knocking Bronson Long over, and a foul is called. Going to be called on Bronson Long. That'll be his first. Weatherly will be making some free throws. He'll get 2. And he makes the first one. And missing the second one, Bronson Long gets the rebound. He passes it to Stevens. Stevens at the top of the key, passes it to Kane. Kane finds Carson Rhodes, left corner. Back to Kane. Kane almost losing it there to Cozad. He still has it, passes it to Long. Long from the 3. No good. Going to get taken back there by Stevens, and a foul is called. Going to be a push on Cozad. It's called on Engel, his first of the night as well. Cooper Kane to start with it. Passes it into Rhodes. And to Stevens, top of the key. Giving it back to Kane. Kane almost getting it taken away there by Cozad. Stevens has it now, passing it forward and loses it to Cozad. Number 4, Chitka has it and loses it back to Geiken. The foul is called, going to be called on Gothenburg, and Cozad now will start with the ball. And that was Weatherly passing it in there to Sasali. Now to Witovic. Back to Engel. And Engel loses it to Gothenburg. Number 23, Carson Rhodes takes it. Passes it to Stevens. Stevens to Weston Geiken, left corner. And back to Stevens. Stevens giving it to Kane from the 3. No good. Going to get taken there by Engel. Passes it to Weatherly. Weatherly passes it to Witovic. Witovic gives it to Engel. And back to number 4, Chitka, and back to Weatherly, right corner. Back to Chitka. Forward to Witovic, however, that'll be, almost out of bounds, but he got it, and Sasali has it now. Number 4 there, Chitka knocking Cooper Kane over, and a foul is called on him. All right, we do have some subs on Gothenburg and Cozad as well. We got Trey Stevens and Bronson Long checking back in, checking out Carson Rhodes and Weston Geiken. On Cozad's side, we got number 42. That'll be Cole checking in for Chitka. And Trey Stevens has the ball now. He passes it over to Kane. Kane trying to find somebody at the half court. He tried to find Kai Jorgensen there. However, Cozad did get possession of the ball. 15, Witovic has it now. Witovic almost losing it there to Gothenburg. Passes it to Engel, top of the key. And to number 5. That'll be Chitka as well. And Stevens gets it back for Gothenburg. Now to number 2, Kane. Kane giving it to Rossell. Rossell free throw line, passes it back to Kane. Kane giving it back to Rossell from the 3. And that's the first 3 for Gothenburg. All tied up at 3 now with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. All right, Witovic passing it to number 5, Chitka, right corner. Gives it back to Engel. And to number 42, Cole. Now Witovic has it. Witovic drives forward. He goes up for 2. Foul going to be called. It's going to be called on number 2, Cooper Kane. I believe that's his first as well. All right, Witovic to start with it now. All right, we do have number 0, Fallmer, checking in, as well as number 4, Chitka is back in. Checking out Engel and Witovic. Fallmer to start with it. Passes it in to Chitka, number 4. And to number 1, Weatherly. Weatherly trying to find out what he wants to do. He's going to go for 2, and it is good. 5-3. All right, Geiken passes it in there to Rossell. Rossell figuring out what he wants to do. He passes it to Geiken. Geiken across to Maddox Rickertson. Rickertson to Rossell. Rossell back to Jorgensen and to Geiken. Geiken across to Rossell, and it's out of bounds. All right, Weatherly has it now. That was Fallmer passing it to Witovic, number 4. Now Witovic, number 5, has it. Chitka, excuse me. And now number 4 Geiken stole it and passed it to Rossell. And passes it to Geiken from the 3. No good. Going to get taken there by Falmer. Passes it cross court and gets it stolen by Maddox Rickardson for Gothenburg. And now Weston Geiken has it, and it'll be out of bounds on Cozad. Weston Geiken will start with it. And Weston Geiken was going to go up for 2 there. However, he did get knocked down. Weatherly has it now. Gives it to number 4, Chitka, and he gets 2 more for Cozad. 7-3. All right, Geiken has it now for Gothenburg. Passes it into Rossell. Back to number 4, Geiken. Geiken driving forward, gives it to Rossell. Rossell to Rickardson. Back to Rossell, and a travel is going to be called. I believe that was called on Trey Rossell. Cozad will get the ball now, and we do have some people checking in. Jorgensen, Rossell, Rickardson, and Weston Geiken checking out. Checking in, Cooper Kane, Trey Stevens, Carson Rhodes, and Bennett Geiken. All right, Falmer has it now. Passing it to number 5, Chitka, and to Sasali. Now to number 4, Chitka. Back to Falmer. Falmer goes for 3. No good. Going to get taken there by Trey Stevens. And Stevens trying to figure out what he would like to do. He passes it to number 23, Rhodes. And forward to back to Stevens. Stevens getting blocked there. Gives it to Rhodes from the 3. No good. Going to be out of bounds, it appears. Nope. Sasali recovers it for Cozad. And Long gets it, passes it to Falmer. And now number 4, Chitka has it. And loses it to Gothenburg, number 20. And back in. Almost lost it there again, but Gothenburg has it now. Number 2, Cooper Kane. Passing it to Long. Now Bennett Geiken has it, passes it to Stevens. And then to number 2, Kane. Back to Stevens. And then to number 23, Rhodes. Rhodes passes it back to Long. And back to Stevens. Stevens gives it forward to Bennett Geiken, who goes for 2, and it is good. 7-5. And that's the end of our first quarter, folks. 7-5. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Gothenburg Health believes in providing exceptional medical services close to home. That means going beyond for the people in our communities. You and your family have access to modern care at Gothenburg Health. Physicians, specialists, equipment, and technology. It's part of our commitment to stay well ahead of your needs at Gothenburg Health. You can see our commitment in our state-of-the-art surgical wing, new patient wing, medically integrated YMCA, and most importantly, in our amazing team who is Gothenburg Health. Learn more at gothenburghealth.org.
Alrighty, we are back from that little break there in between quarters. Again, score of 7-5. Cozad ahead. Just a reminder that Cozad does have the home score, and Gothenburg has the away score, the visitor score, on your guys' scoreboard down the bottom left-hand corner. All right, Weatherly has it now. Weatherly going up for 2, and a foul is going to be called. Foul going to be called on number 20, Bennett Geiken. That'll be his first of the night. All right, Weatherly making some free throws. He makes the first one. 8-5. He will go for the Second one. And he makes the second one as well. Trey Stevens gets the rebound for Gothenburg, passes it to Kane. Back to Stevens. Across to Kane at the half court we are now. Kane driving forward, gives it to Rhodes, and it gets taken there by Sasali. And then number 23, Engel from the three there, no good. Getting it rebounded there by Bennett Geiken, passes it to Stevens. And then to number 10, Bronson Long. Back to Stevens. And to number 23, Rhodes. Back to Stevens from the three. No good. Getting it taken there by Bronson Long quite aggressively. And Stevens goes up for two. Going to be no good. Getting it taken back by Bronson Long. Bronson Long gives it to Stevens. And back to Rhodes, top of the key, passes it to Cooper Kane, left corner. Kane gives it to number 1, Stevens, and back to Rhodes from the three, and it is good. We are at 9-8, folks. Gothenburg almost ready to take back that lead with the next shot. Witovic has it, passes it to Engel. And Engel goes up for two. No good. Foul's going to be called. Going to be called on Gothenburg, I believe. All right, yep, Cozad will get the ball. Passing it in there to Weatherly from the three. No good. Getting it taken there by Trey Stevens. Passes it back to Kane. Kane goes forward, top of the key, passes it to Rhodes, left corner from the three. No good, but really close. Rhodes goes in, gets the rebound, and loses it all at the same time, out of bounds. All right, Cooper Kane to start with it now. Passes it in to Rhodes, back to Kane. Kane giving it to Stevens. And Stevens loses it to Cozad. Number 4, Chitka, passing it forward to Engel. Engel losing it there, and there's going to be a fight for a ball, I feel like. Yep. Jump ball going to be called. And Gothenburg will get it. Number 2, Cooper Kane to start with it. All right, we got some subs. Kai Jorgensen, Trey Rossell, Maddox, Rickardson, and Weston Geiken checking in for Trey Stevens, Bennett Geiken, Bronson Long, and Cooper Kane. Trey Rossell to start with it for the Swedes. Passes it into number 4, Geiken. And Geiken went for two. No good. Getting it taken back by Cozad. Foul's going to be called on Gothenburg. Going to be called on Weston Geiken. All right. That's his first of the night. Cozad, gets the ball. Engel passing it in there to number 15, Witovic. Now to Sasali, back to Engel. Weatherly has it, passes it back to number 15, Witovic. He drives forward, gives it back to Sasali. Sasali drives forward, gives it, gets taken away. Trey Rossell, and that'll be out of bounds, heading into the band section. 9-8 still. Out of bounds on Gothenburg. Number 15, Witovic to start with it. Passes it in to Engel. Engel gives it to Sasali. Sasali to Weatherly. Weatherly driving forward. He's going to go give it to Chitka. Chitka thinking about going up for two, and it'll be out of bounds. Gothenburg hitting it out of bounds there. Witovic to start with it now. All right. Witovic figuring out who he wants to pass it to. He passes it clear back to number 4, Chitka. Sasali has it now, and back to Witovic. We're at the half court, folks. Gives it to Engel. Back to number 4, Chitka. Forward to Witovic. Witovic to Sasali from the three. No good. Getting it taken there by Trey Rossell. Running down the court. Passes it to Maddox Rickardson. He goes up for two. No good. That was Rhodes trying to get the rebound there. Jorgensen has it now. He passes it to Rossell at the three-point line. He goes up for two. No good. Going to get taken there by Witovic for Cozad. Wojtovich passes it to Engel. Engel for 2. No good. Trey Rossell gets it back. Push going to be called there. Gothenburg will get the ball. Push is going to be called on. Number 1, Weatherly. I believe that's his first as well. It is. All right, Trey Rossell is going to start with it for the Swedes. Passes it into Geiken. Geiken gives it to number 11, Maddox Ricketson. Back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen to Weston Geiken, right corner. Trying to communicate with his other players. He gives it to Jorgensen, back to Ricketson. Ricketson to Rossell, left corner. And back to Ricketson, top of the key. Back to Rossell. And Rossell gives it back to Ricketson, top of the key, and to Jorgensen. Free throw line passes it to Rhodes, back to Rossell. Rossell drives forward. He's going to go up for 2, and that's 2 more for the Swedes. They take the lead 9-10. All right, we have number 15, Wojtovich. He has it. He passes it to Falmer. Falmer to number 5, Chitka, and forward to Weatherly. Weatherly goes up for 2, and that's going to be good. That's 11-10. Cozad back in the lead. Rossell passes it in to Rhodes. Gives it back to Rossell. Rossell deciding what he wants to do here. Gives it to Ricketson. Ricketson falls there, gives it to Jorgensen, and a travel is going to be called on that one. All right, checking in Trey Stevens, Cooper Kane, and Bronson Long. Checking out Carson Rhodes, Maddox Ricketson, and Kai Jorgensen for the Swede side here. All right, starting with the ball is going to be Falmer. Passes it into number 15, Wojtovich. Wojtovich gives it to number 5, Chitka. Back to Wojtovich. Wojtovich gives it to number 42, Cole, and for 2, no good. Trey Stevens gets it, though, for Gothenburg. He passes it to number 10, Bronson Long. Back to number 4, Weston Geiken. And Weston Geiken trips, however, he gives it back to Bronson Long. He goes up for 2. And no good, but really close. All right, foul going to be called to number 1, Weatherly. I think that's his second. It is his second. Bronson Long will get 2 free throws here. Hopefully gaining us back some points to either tie it up or get us back in the lead here before we check out of this first half. And he makes it. We are tied at 11. All right, looks like Rhodes checking in for Rossell as well. And Long missing the second one. Still tied at 11, though. Still got plenty of room to get in the lead. All right, number 15, Wojtovich has it. He passes it to number 4, Chitka. Back to Falmer. Falmer to number 5, Chitka. And to number 42, Cole. Back to number 4, Chitka. He's thinking about going for a 3. He doesn't. He's going to go for 2 instead. And it's going to be no good. Gets taken back by number 2, Cooper Kane. For Gothenburg, passes it to number 1, Trey Stevens. Stevens getting blocked there by Falmer. Gives it to Kane. Kane to Weston Geiken. Geiken goes up for 2. Going to be no good. Number 4, Chitka, recovers it for the Haymakers. Passes it to Falmer. Falmer to Wojtovich. Wojtovich has it now, getting guarded there by Weston Geiken. Almost stolen there. He still has it. Passes it to number 4, Chitka. Number 5, Chitka has it now. And almost losing it out of bounds. Falmer's there to recover it. And Falmer there passing it, attempted there, however, it was hit out of bounds. All right, number 15, Wojtovich to start with it. However, number 5, Chitka checking out. Engel is back in, though, for Gothenburg. He passes it to number 4, Chitka. Passes it to Wojtovich. He goes over 2. Going to be no good. Gets taken back by Trey Stevens for Gothenburg. Geiken has it now. Geiken passes it to number 2, Cooper Kane. He goes up. No good. Engel gets it. Passes it to Falmer. Falmer to Witovic. Witovic's going to go for 2, loses it, gets it back. Number 4 has it. Chitka passes it to Engel. Engel at the top of the key. He goes up for 2. Going to be good. That'll be 13-11 now. Bronson Long having it for the Swedes, hoping to get some more points so that we can tie it up. He goes for 2, and it is good. 13-13, 40 seconds left in this half. All right, now we got Falmer. Falmer's going to go for 2, and it's going to be no good. However, all right, no good. However, it was called out of bounds, so Cozad will get it. Witovic passing in there to Falmer. Falmer to number 4, Chitka. Back to Engel. Engel to 0. Falmer back to number 4, Chitka. Chitka to Engel. Engel losing it to the Swedes. Number 1, Trey Stevens has it now, and he doesn't have many people in his sights. However, Falmer was there, and Falmer knocked it out of the direction it was going. 12 seconds left on the clock, still tied up. However, that foul was called on Falmer, I believe. That was called on Falmer. That'll be his first. Trey Stevens, I believe, will get 2 here. And missing the first. He will go for the second. And he makes the second one. Gothenburg back in the lead here just before this first half is over. 12 seconds on the clock. Engel is going to start us off for the Makers. He passes it in to Witovic. Gives it to Weatherly. Weatherly almost stumbling there. He recovers, and Gothenburg gets it. That's Carson Rhodes. He passes it forward to Weston Geiken. He's going to go for 2, and that's 2 more for Gothenburg at the buzzer. 13-16. Gothenburg takes the lead of 3 as we are checking out of this first half. I would like to take the time to thank all of the businesses that are running around in what we call an image carousel that circles through a bunch of images for us. Those logos down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen are the businesses that support the Swedes so that we can bring this YouTube page to you guys, and you guys can watch our streams live and for free, might I add. And we also thank the businesses that paid a little extra to have an ad in between quarters, and during timeouts they paid even extra to bring the service to you again, guys, for free. So thank those businesses. The next time you're out there, I'm going to play through some more ads, and then I will be back in about 9 minutes. Going to play our promo video that you guys saw at the beginning. That has a lot of good information on there as well, so check that out. Thank you for joining us.
Hecox Dentistry, located at 1014 Lake Avenue in Gothenburg, has provided over 105 years of trusted dental service to the local area. 4 generations of family and dental care gives them an experienced advantage that you won't find anywhere else. They combine personalized, compassionate care with exceptional service in a state-of-the-art facility. They're always accepting new patients and look forward to providing the dentistry you, your family, and friends deserve. Learn more at hecoxdentistry.com.
Whether you're rushing to a ball game, managing a business, or juggling work and school, we at Flatwater Bank understand that life can get chaotic. Our mobile app lessens the stress of maintaining your finances and makes a trip to the bank one less thing to worry about. Use it to deposit checks, pay bills, track your balance, instantly pay friends, and so much more. Download our mobile app to access the branch that never closes.
Pinpoint is Gothenburg's #1 provider for home and business communication services. Pinpoint has the only all-fiber network in Gothenburg, with a local office for convenient access. Their hometown technicians and customer care team are always available and happy to assist you with all of your needs. Offering internet service with speeds up to 1 gig, Pinpoint is helping Gothenburg develop new innovation opportunities and e-commerce expansion. Call or stop by to get Pinpoint service today.
All right, we are back. Sorry for that short break on my half. Weston Geiken has it now. He goes up for 2, and that's 2 more for the Swedes, 17-20. And number 23, Engel, has it now. He goes up for 2 as well. 2 more for Cozad, 19-20. All righty. That was Weston Geigen that went for 3 there. No good. And that'll be out of bounds on Gothenburg. All right. Going to be starting us off is number 15, Matovic. All right, Watovic passing it there to Sasali for Cozad. Back to number 4, Chitka, and back to number 15, Watovic, and it's going to get taken by Gothenburg. Swede, number 2, Cooper Kane. He gives it to Rhodes, top of the key, and back to Rossell. Right, Jorgensen passes it to Kane from the 3, no good. However, Stevens gets it. He goes up for 2 more. 19-22. All right, number 15, Watovic passes it to Weatherly. Weatherly to Sasali. Sasali over to number 15, Watovic. Watovic trying to find somebody. Finds Sasali. Sasali gives it back to Engel. Engel's driving up. He goes for 2, knocking Carson Rhodes over. Doesn't get it. However, Cooper Kane gets the rebound. He passes it to Rossell. Rossell back to number 2, Cooper Kane. And Rossell has it again. Rossell gives it to number 1, Stevens. Stevens passing it forward to Jorgensen. Jorgensen losing it. That'll be out of bounds on Gothenburg. All right, Bronson Long and Weston Geiken checking in, checking out. Going to be Carson Rhodes and Cooper Kane checking out for Cozad. Number 4, Chitka, and Sasali. All right, Cole and I believe number 5, Chitka, checked in for Cozad as well, if my eyes are telling me the right things. All right, Weatherly has it. He gets blocked by Gothenburg. All right, that was number 1, Weatherly passing into the Cole. Watovic has it now. And Weatherly gets it back there, top of the key. He drives around. He goes up for 2 more. Going to be no good. Long gets it, though, however. All right, number 23, Engel, going to be making he'll get 2, free throws. That foul is called number 10, Bronson Long, his 3rd of the night. And he makes the first one, 20-22. Carson Rhodes checked in as well for the Swedes. And Engel making the second one as well, 21-22. All right, number 1, Trey Stevens has it. He passes it to number 4, Weston Geiken. Geiken gives it to number 23, Rhodes. And Rhodes will be off his shoe. All right, Rossell to start us off. Passes it to number 1, Stevens. Stevens gives it to number 4, Weston Geiken. Geiken to number 23, Rhodes. Left corner, gives it to Rossell. Rossell gives it to Stevens. Stevens finds Rhodes. Rhodes cross court to Stevens again. Stevens from the 3. Going to be a little off there. Ingle's going to start us off now. Passes it into Falmer. And Falmer passes it to number 5, Chitka. Ingle has it now. He drives forward. He finds number 42, Cole. Cole to Ingle. Ingle goes up. And it's good for 2 more, 23-22. And Cozad takes back the lead, and a timeout going to be called. I believe Gothenburg called that one. So we will be back in a few seconds.
Whether you're rushing to a ball game, managing a business, or juggling work and school, we at Flatwater Bank understand that life can get chaotic. Our mobile app lessens the stress of maintaining your finances and makes a trip to the bank one less thing to worry about. Use it to deposit checks, pay bills, track your balance, instantly pay friends, and so much more. Download our mobile app to access the branch that never closes.
All right, we're coming back from that. Cooper Kane is going to be starting soft. Passes it into Rossell. Rossell driving around number 1, Weatherly. And Rickardson has it now. Passes it to Kane. Kane gives it back to Rossell. Rossell to Rhodes. Rhodes figuring out what he wants to do. He's going to be passing it to Cooper Kane. Kane driving forward. The timeout's going to be called on Mr. Carlin down there for the Swedes. Again, a score of 23-22. 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Pinpoint is Gothenburg's #1 provider for home and business communication services. Pinpoint has the only all-fiber network in Gothenburg, with a local office for convenient access. Their hometown technicians and customer care team are always available and happy to assist you with all of your needs. Offering internet service with speeds up to 1 gig, Pinpoint is helping Gothenburg develop new innovation opportunities and e-commerce expansion. Call or stop by to get Pinpoint service today.
All right, starting us off is going to be number 2, Cooper Kane again. He passes it in, going to get stolen there by number 1, Weatherly for Cozad. And Cozad almost losing it there. And Falmer gets it. Falmer gives it to number 5, Chitka. Chitka passes it to number 1, Weatherly. Weatherly to Falmer. Falmer to number 5, Chitka. And that was Cole that tried to go up there. Got blocked number 4. Chitka goes up and gets 2 more for the Haymakers. 25-22. All right, Cooper Kane now having it. Passes it to Weston Geiken. Geiken back to Kane there. Kane trying to go up for 2. He goes up for 2. No good. Number 4, Chitka gets it back, though. And Chitka knocking over Carson Rhodes. No good, however. I believe that was number 1, Weatherly, that made that one there for the Haymakers. Maddox Rickardson has it now. He passes it to Weston Geiken. Geiken to Kane. Kane to number 23, Rhodes. He went up for 2, no good. Whistle going to be blown there. Blown on number 5. That'll be Chitka. That's his first of the night. All right, we got some subs. Trey Stevens and Kai Jorgensen checking in for Trey Rossell and Maddox Rickardson, checking out Weatherly and Cole for Cozad, Engel, and Watovic back in. All right, that was Cooper Kane passing it in there to Jorgensen. Rhodes has it now. He gives it back to Weston Geiken. Geiken gives it, loses it to Engel. All right, Watovic having it now. He gives it to number 4, Chitka. Now to Falmer. Falmer top of the key. Working around the left corner, passes it back to number 23, Engel. He's at the top of the key as well. He gives it to number 15, Watovic. And to Engel. Engel gives it to Falmer. Falmer giving it to number 4. Chitka loses it to number 44, Kai Jorgensen. And number 2, Cooper Kane has it. He passes it back to number 1, Stevens. Stevens gives it across to Weston Geigen from the 3. No good. Weston Geigen goes back up for 2 more. No good. Trey Stevens goes up for 2 more. No good. All right, Trey Stevens will be making some free throws. Hopefully for the Swedes, getting them a little more closer to that 27 that Cozad has on us. And he makes the first one. And he misses the second one, however, and that's the end of our third quarter, 27-23. That last foul there was called on number 15, Watovic. That was his first of the second half, at least there. All right. High. That's about his brain level. All right, we are back from that little break there. Cooper Kane passed it in to Weston Geiken. Geiken to number 1, Trey Stevens. Rhodes has it top of the key. He passes it to number 4, Weston Geiken. And then to number 44, that was Kai Jorgensen. Now Stevens has it. Now to Carson Rhodes. Rhodes goes up for 3, and there's 3 more for the Swedes, 27-26. Engel takes it back. Gives it to number 15, Watovic. Watovic passing it to Weatherly. Weatherly now has it. He runs around. He goes up for 2. No good. Number 4, Chitka gets it, though, for the Haymakers. And a foul is going to be called there. Going to be called on Cooper Kane, his third. All right, this will be number 4, Chitka, going to be making some free throws here for the Haymakers. Missing the first one. We'll see that they can make the second one to bring their score up to 28. All right, Bennett Geiken checking in for Kai Jorgensen. And that was Chitka making that second one there, 28-26. All right, Cooper Kane passing it there to Carson Rhodes. Rhodes gives it to Stevens, back to Rhodes. Rhodes goes up for two, and it will be good. We're all tied up at 28 again, folks. 7 minutes left in the game. Weatherly has it now. Passes it to Engel. Back to Sasali. Sasali driving forward, almost out of bounds, and Carson Rhodes gets it again for the Swedes. He gives it to Cooper Kane. All right. Ball's going to be called to Cozad here. Engel. Engel passing it in there to Witovic. Now Weatherly has it. Gives it to Sasali. Back to Engel. And back to Witovic. Weatherly left corner. He goes up for three. No good. Going to get recovered there by number 4, Chitka. He goes up for two. No good. And Carson Rhodes gets it again for Gothenburg. Passes it to number 2, Cooper Kane. And to Weston Geiken. Now back to Stevens. Stevens to Kane. Kane free throw line. He passes it back to Geiken. Geiken driving forward. He goes up for two more. No good. Whistle going to be blown there for number 14, Sasali. All right. Trey Rossell and Bronson Long checking in for Cooper Kane and Carson Rhodes. Trey Rossell will start us off. He passes it into number 4, Geiken. Now to number 1, Rhodes. Stevens, excuse me, and that was Weston Geiken that went up for two there. That'll be 28-30. Gothenburg back in the lead. All right, Engel has it now. Gives it to Sasali. And that'll be a travel called on Sasali. Trey Rossell's going to be starting us off now. He gives it forward to Bronson Long, over to Geiken, right corner, back to Stevens, top of the key. And to Rossell. Rossell finds Long. Long loses it to the Haymakers. Number 4, Chitka takes it. He goes up for two. No good. Going to get recovered there by Witovic. Passes it into Weatherly. Weatherly to Engel. Engel loses it, and a foul's going to be called on Gothenburg. Engel will get two here. Foul going to be called on number 24. That's Trey Rossell. His first. All right. Engel makes the first one. 29-30. And missing the second one there. Stevens passes it to Long. Long to Trey Rossell. Rossell to Stevens. He goes for three, and it is good. 29-33. Gothenburg now in the lead by 4. Engel has it now. He passes it to Sasali. Sasali to Weatherly. Weatherly looking for somebody. Free throw line. He passes it to Witovic. Engel has it now. Engel driving forward. Gives it to Sasali that went up for three. Our foul going to be called on Cozad. All right, Rossell's going to be starting us off here for the Swedes. Engel checking out. Checking in for him, I believe, is number 5, Chitka. No, excuse me, Falmer. All right, Stevens has it. Passes it to Maddox Rickardson. Rickardson too long. Long over to Stevens. Stevens drives forward, gives it to Rossell from the three. No good. Getting it recovered there by Long. Passes it to Weston Geiken. Geiken goes up for two. No good again. However, Trey Stevens attempting to recover. Is it? Rossell gets it, and Stevens gets it. That's 2 more, almost. Now that's 2 more for the Swedes. 29-35. All right, now number 1, Weatherly has it. Weatherly passing it, losing it to Trey Stevens, gives it to Weston Geiken, back to Stevens. Stevens gives it to Long. Long passes it to Rossell. And foul going to be called on Cozad. Going to be called on number 1, Weatherly. And a timeout's going to be called as well, called on Cozad.
Gothenburg Health believes in providing exceptional medical services close to home. That means going beyond for the people in our communities. You and your family have access to modern care at Gothenburg Health. Physicians, specialists, equipment, and technology. It's part of our commitment to stay well ahead of your needs at Gothenburg Health. You can see our commitment in our state-of-the-art surgical wing, new patient wing, medically integrated YMCA, and most importantly, in our amazing team who is Gothenburg Health. Learn more at gothenburghealth.org.
All right, Rossell has it. He passes it back to Kane at the top of the key. Back to Rossell. And Rossell gives it to number 23, Carson Rhodes. Kane has it again to Bronson Long. Long to Rhodes. Stevens gets it. Or Rossell gets it, but it lost it there to Falmer. All right, checking in is going to be number 1, Trey Stevens, and number 4, Weston Geiken. Checking out Maddox Ricketson and Trey Rossell for the Swedes. Falmer going to be taking some free throws. He'll get 1. And he misses it. Bronson Long recovers it for the Swedes, passes it to number 4, Weston Geiken. Geiken gives it to Cooper Kane. Kane gives it to number 1, Trey Stevens. Stevens, top of the key, passes it to Geiken. Back to Rhodes. Free throw line, gives it to Cooper Kane. Back to Rhodes, left corner. Rhodes goes up for 2, and it is good. 29-37. Weatherly has it now. Gives it to Chitka, and Rhodes takes it right out from under him. Geiken has it now. Geiken passes it to Rhodes from the 3. No good. Weatherly takes it for Cozad. Push going to be called there. Going to be called on number 23, Carson Rhodes. Weatherly to make some free throws. I believe he'll get 2. Only gets 1, excuse me. Rhodes has it now. Passes it to number 4, Geiken. Geiken losing it there to Cozad. Going to be out of bounds called. And Gothenburg will get the ball. Number 2, Kane to start us off. Passes it into Geiken. Geiken across to Carson Rhodes from the 3. No good. Falmer gets it for the Haymakers. Passes it to number 4, Chitka. He goes up for 2. No good as well. Foul going to be called on Gothenburg, excuse me. Going to be called on Cooper Kane. His 4th of the night. And that was number 4, Chitka, that went up there. And number 4, Chitka missing the second one. Weston Geiken gets it, though, for the Swedes. He passes it to Rhodes. Rhodes to Stevens. Stevens across to Long. Long to Geiken. Geiken back to Long. And Long fighting for the ball. He gets it, passes it to Geiken. Rhodes has it now. Rhodes gives it to number 2, Cooper Kane. And to number 4, Geiken. And Weatherly has it. He goes up for 2. No good. Going to get taken back by Carson Rhodes. Gives it to Long. Long to Kane. Kane goes up for 2, and it is good. That'll be 29-39. 10-point lead on Gothenburg now. All right. 1 minute, 9 seconds left in the game, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Whether you're rushing to a ball game, managing a business, or juggling work and school, we at Flatwater Bank understand that life can get chaotic. Our mobile app lessens the stress of maintaining your finances and makes a trip to the bank one less thing to worry about. Use it to deposit checks, pay bills, track your balance, instantly pay friends, and so much more. Download our mobile app to access the branch that never closes.
All right, Cozad going to be starting us off here as we going to be checking out of this 4th quarter, I believe. Falmer passes it into Witovic. Witovic gives it to Engel. Engel figuring out what to do, passes it back to Falmer. Falmer goes up for 2, and it is not good. Long loses the ball back to Cozad. 15, Witovic for 3, no good. Engel gets it 2 more for Cozad. 31-39. All right, that was Stevens passing it across there to Rhodes. Stevens gets it back. And a foul going to be called on Cozad. All right, Cooper Kane starting us off now. Passes it in to number 1, Stevens. Back to Kane. Another foul called. Called on Cozad, number 15, Witovic. Kane will be making some free throws, hopefully, for the Swedes. No good. All right, number 4, Chitka passes it to Witovic. Witovic to Weatherly. Weatherly goes up for 3. No good. Going to get taken there by Weston Geiken. And a push going to be called there. .28 seconds left on the clock. Weston Geiken to make some free throws here. And he makes the first. We're at 40. And he makes the second one as well. 31-41, 10-point lead Gothenburg has. All right. Falmer has it now. He goes up for 3. No good. And that's 2 more for Cozad. That was Chitka, and a timeout going to be called on Cozad.
Pinpoint is Gothenburg's #1 provider for home and business communication services. Pinpoint has the only all-fiber network in Gothenburg, with a local office for convenient access. Their hometown technicians and customer care team are always available and happy to assist you with all of your needs. Offering internet service with speeds up to 1 gig, Pinpoint is helping Gothenburg develop new innovation opportunities and e-commerce expansion. Call or stop by to get Pinpoint service today.
All right, we are ready to check out of the game. We got Trey Stevens starting us off for the Swedes. He passes it in to Weston Geiken. Geiken almost losing it there. Never mind, foul going to be called. Foul going to be called on number 4, Chitka. Weston going to be making some free throws, hopefully, for the Swedes, getting us even higher in the lead. And he makes it, folks. We're at 33-42. Sasali and Watovic checking in, checking out Chitka, and Chitka and he makes the second one. 10-point lead. We're back to. All right, Watovic passes it in there to Engel. Back to Watovic. Watovic to Weatherly. Goes for 3. No good. Trey Stevens, gets it. Passes it to Kane. Kane to Stevens. And that's the buzzer, folks. 33-43. Gothenburg will be playing now Saturday, as we have won this game. We thank you for joining us, and please stick around. I will not be here, but the next game that happens at 7 o'clock will be live streamed on this same channel, so you guys will have to check out. Go back to the homepage and click on that next video. Thank you for joining us. My name is Trevor Gallus, and I hope you enjoyed my announcing. Have